So remember when IDF soldiers killed 15 medics and buried them in a mass grave and then crushed their ambulances to hide them and cover it up? And when the bodies were found, they lied about it and said the medics were advancing suspiciously towards troops without headlights or emergency signals? And then relatives found video on a phone recovered on one of the bodies showing that the IDF had completely lied about it and that they just gratuitously massacred a bunch of medics. Remember that? Well, you'll be glad to hear that the IDF investigated themselves and they found that it was all just a big operational misunderstanding due to professional failures. You know, not a war crime, just another big oopsie. And this is what Western media is putting in their headlines about it. I mean, at this point, it is way past time to report on Israel's self-investigation of their own war crimes with any level of benefit of the doubt. Was it an operational misunderstanding when they left babies to die in their own incubators at the Al Nasser Children's Hospital in northern Gaza? What about all the cases of journalists killed while wearing their press vests in circumstances where it is very clear that they were purposely targeted? Or the 300+ bullets fired at close range into the car where a 5-year-old girl, Hind Rajab, was calling for help? Or this is Hala Reis, who was walking with her grandson in a group of refugees along a designated evacuation route in a place where there was no fighting. And I'm pausing it right here because in the next frame she gets shot in the head. That's not an operational misunderstanding. It wasn't an operational misunderstanding when they used a bomb for a gender reveal. And they didn't accidentally grape prisoners, and they didn't accidentally praise the grapists on national TV. This is my favorite headline by the New York Times. Strike on area where displaced Gazans were camped kills up to 25. That's a really long way to say IDF bombs refugee camp, kills 25. You know, refugee camp is only 2 words. You don't need 6 words to convey that idea. Except that there's reporting from inside the New York Times newsroom that the term refugee camp, among others, is banned from their articles on Gaza, so they have to find other ways of saying the same thing. And it's far from an isolated incident. Here's a more recent headline of a different bombing of the same refugee camp. This time, they needed 7 words to say refugee camp. So imagine if Russia investigated one of their own war crimes in Ukraine, the level of benefit of the doubt that would be included in Western media headlines. There would be none, and it's way past time to start treating Israel the same way.